I was just blessed with the opportunity of a lifetime. And this opportunity was to take a 10-day trip to Armenia, and not just anywhere, but specifically the capital city, Yerevan. But before we get into this, I want to give a huge shout out to the nonprofit organization Joni and Friends. They're going to be linked in the description below. Without them, this trip would not have been possible. They did all the organization, all the reservations for hotels, flights, and literally everything while we were there. So huge shout out to them, because without them, neither the engineering group nor the physical therapy department that went with us would have been able to do this at all. So yeah, links in the description. Our trip begins at the DFW International Airport, where we took a flight from there to Istanbul, Turkey, and then from Istanbul to Yerevan, Armenia. And here's some clips of that flight. After all these flights, we ended up in Armenia at about 2 a.m. local time. The next morning, we woke up and we got to see a tour around the city of Yerevan. We got to see things like the Yerevan Opera House, a local park where artists sell their artwork, the many, many statues that are sprinkled around the city, and finally, we ended it off by going to a place called the Cascade. This giant staircase has 574 steps, roughly, and on every tier, there is different art pieces and water fixtures designed to resemble things from the city. Then over the next few days, me and the other students that were there were fulfilling our purpose of being in this beautiful country of Armenia by serving the local people. As I mentioned earlier, this was a trip that was taken with both engineering students as well as our physical therapy department. And that is why we were there. We were there for the physical therapy students to help people with disabilities, and engineering students were there to help them repair those things that the people would need to just live a better life. While I personally don't have videos that I can share from these days, it was an amazing experience getting to see the physical therapist work with these people. And it blew my mind how even between this language barrier, we were able to communicate and work so well and just get these people what they needed. And it just rocked seeing the physical therapists do what they do best, of just helping people. As an engineer, it was just impressive. I mean, I personally don't like to really work with people, and let alone strangers like that. And so just seeing those guys do that was awe-inspiring. And those guys truly are rock stars. But what was done was the physical therapist would get a patient in, they would take the measurements needed, come tell the engineers what they needed made for a wheelchair, or to make the wheelchair just more comfortable for the person. Engineers would go fix it, take it back to them, see if it worked, and when it worked, we let them go. Free wheelchair, free of charge, no payment required. And this trip would not have been done as efficiently or as well if the PT students didn't come, just as if the engineering students didn't come. It would have got done if we didn't go, but it would have definitely been a slower day. The day after all the mission work was completed, we got to visit a museum of an Armenian artist called Komitas. The museum was very interesting, and we got to see a lot of Komitas's personal items that you will see on screen now, as well as the music that's playing in the background. We also got to see things of his students, as well as things people have made even after his death, up until pretty recently. The next day, we got to visit 3 locations. we got to visit the Geghad Monastery, the Garni Temple, and Lake Savan. The Geghad Monastery is a medieval monastery that is carved out of the surrounding mountains and cliffs. It is a protected and UNESCO World Heritage Site. This place has no lights inside of it, so every room is lit by the natural light coming through the made windows and the holes in the ceiling, and the candles placed on the tables throughout the rooms. Finally, one of the coolest parts of this monastery is that there is flowing water through this monastery that locals claim is holy and is even safe for consumption by tourists. The Garni Temple is a pagan temple built before Armenia converted to Christianity. It is the only well-preserved pagan temple in the former Soviet Union, and it collapsed during an earthquake during 1679, but due to returning interest in the late 19th century, a restoration project was done from 1969 to 75 and has now become a tourist attraction in Armenia. The last location we visited was Lake Savan, often called the Savan Sea by locals due to the size relative to the rest of the country. While visiting the lake, we saw another monastery located on top of the hill of what is now the Savan Peninsula. However, this wasn't always a peninsula, as it used to be an island, but due to the water levels lowering, the land bridge was exposed, allowing for an easy commute. And for our final day of the trip, we attended a local church and even visited a local market where I was able to pick up this handmade wooden cross that says Armenia on the bottom. After shopping at the market, we returned back to the hotel, begin packing for our flights back. This trip was something I will never forget. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to visit this beautiful country and meet all the wonderful people from both our physical therapy department and Armenia. This is a place I would have never thought to visit, but look at it now, serving the beautiful people from a country that most people wouldn't even be able to locate on a map. And with that being said, this vlog is over. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these clips and pictures I got from Armenia. I hope it inspired you to go out and help serve others and show them love. Thank you for watching, and peace out, everybody.